So they tried to do what Brooklyn did and put together a basketball team to like go out and win something. And you see what happened in Brooklyn with KD and Harden and Kyrie. That was a button.
Yeah, big time.
Congratulations.
And then KD went on out there to Phoenix with Booker and Beal, and it's a button too.
Yeah.
I played myself.
Man.
I mean, I don't understand how you could have, like, you look at their line, like you'll look in the box score, and you'll be like, wait a second, how is this team losing like this? I mean, don't get me wrong, Minnesota's really good, but they're getting smoked out here, and Bradley Beal's doing nothing.
Well, I'll say this, man. I think all the experiments are done. I mean, people will definitely try to pick up great players to add to their roster to try to push them over the top. But this whole, like, Voltron forming like Voltron, big three, thing that, basketball teams have tried to do and players have even tried to do to go get rings, I think those days are over.
It does feel like those groups aren't the ones that are necessarily working out, at least regularly. I mean, you watch, and don't get me wrong, Minnesota's a pretty loaded team, and they went out and got one piece. Like, going out and getting one piece makes sense.
Going out and getting two or more and thinking you're going to pull it together just for the season right in front of you, and there's no chemistry. It's a chemistry. As you can see with ball movement and the amount of threes that are getting shot, it's all about chemistry. Defensive rotations, that's chemistry.
Well, as you can see, with the Knicks, whose core three players all went to college together.
Chemistry.
I mean, those guys are literally and hit the Sixers with the button, obviously. I mean,
congratulations, you played yourself.
And Sixers fans who seem to sell all their tickets to Knicks fans, hit them with the button because
congratulations, you played yourself.
Or just Philly, who just didn't have the tickets to begin with and didn't buy them, and maybe the prices were too high. But for Knicks fans, they were like, "Oh, we can slide in here. We'll never get in the Garden for this price. Let's go on down to Philly."
That could be a big possibility.
I know these tickets had to be sold, man. These were all down by the court too. These were sold.
So you feel like Philly fans sold their tickets?
Yes, I think they thought we're not winning this year. I don't care. I'm not going.
Wow.
I'd rather make the money back for the tickets. That's what I think, honestly. Because can you really get when you watch the game? You saw these fans were 10 rows off the court. These are
the Knicks fans was in the building, bro.
Like, those tickets are always spoken for. It just didn't make sense to me. Either way, hit them with the button. But you see that Knicks team.
You played yourself.
Jalen Brunson, who sets the Knicks scoring record in the playoffs with 47 points. Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, and Josh Hart. All three of those guys are a different version of themselves than they've ever been in the NBA playing together.
That's right.
Like, they are considerably better together than they were on their own. So that kind of speaks to your chemistry point.
Well, and I think that's what you're seeing across the league, right? That's what the Nuggets have. That's what the Celtics have built. The Celtics have had their core, Jalen and
Jason.
And Jason Tatum. That was the core, and they kept building around that core.
Yeah, and they go out and get the pieces that make sense, In
Minnesota, core. You got Anthony Edwards, you got Gobert, they got core. And then you bring in, Mike Conley, a veteran. Build an actual team, not like I said, piece together, championship kind of a marketing plan. And if you recall, even when LeBron went down to Miami, it took them a year to get it together. They didn't win right away. They had to build chemistry.
Yep.
But shout to Knicks faithful. The line's here, 800-223-9797. They'll be open all morning if you just want to just talk greasy right now. I mean, the series isn't over. It's not over. But you know how Knicks fans celebrate. They was down in Philly celebrating it like they won a championship outside.
Yeah, but you don't want to set – Ebro, this is your team. You don't want to set them up.
You see how we do. Come on, Knicks fans. You know how we do it when we celebrate the Knicks?
Yeah, but wait and celebrate after you guys finish them off.
Save your energy, right?
Yeah, you got to win tomorrow night. You know what I mean? And then once you win the series, I think you could have a little pause celebration.
In New York, winning a playoff series is really championship of Jays. Let's keep it 100.
It's going to be crazy.
Championship.
If we're being honest, there were Knicks fans that were like, "Yo, I didn't think we'd get here this year. They didn't even think without Julius Randle."
Between the protests at the colleges and the Knicks winning the championship, you might not be able to leave your house in New York City.
Yo, let's just stay at home. If you're not
You
built,
better
just stay
sit
at home.
down.
Just stay at home.
It might be a wrap.
Oof.
Laura, what you got on your list today?
It's a stupid story, but it made me laugh. I was on TMZ, and then this driver in Santa Fe Springs, California, decided to go on the carpool lane, bro, with a full mannequin, bro, a full mannequin. And then the California Highway Patrol pulled her over because the beard was filled in with a Sharpie. He was like, it was too sharp. It gave it away. But she, dead ass, was driving around with a
I respect it,
straight
though.
mannequin.
No, it's a button. It's a congrats you played yourself because you got caught.
Congratulations. You
But
played yourself.
I'm not mad at the effort.
No, if there was a way to do that with the congestion pricing once that kicks in, like if they said, "Hey, if you bring a friend, I'd have a mannequin living in my car."
What?
In a heartbeat.
Yo, I hear mannequins
That's
are
so
pretty
funny.
expensive too. We might have to go
Yeah.
mannequin and a blow up doll. You know what I'm saying? Just to cut costs.
Have a whole house full of a whole car full of friends.
You know what I mean? Facts.
So
I'm
funny.
down. That's the type of law breaking that Laura likes to do. You know what I mean? She'll play handicap just to get cut line at the airport. She don't mind.
I
She'll
think
definitely
that's-
throw a mannequin in
Ebro,
carpool.
I
don't
think
make
that's
me
worse.
a target at airports, okay?
Yeah, I think
It's
that's
not
actually
true.
worse what you just said. So,
You're actually injured.
Rosenberg, what you got?
listen, I gotta give the button to Kaimani James, who was one of the leaders of the Columbia protests, who has been banned from campus after a video came out where he was being disciplined by some fellow Columbia students a few months back. They had a call with him to say, "Hey, we had some you said some troubling things on Twitter that we're concerned about." He was talking about how do I put this? Killing Jews and killing Zionists, saying Zionists don't deserve to live, and he had this call with these campus administrators and students. They were also student administrators, like they were kids also, being like, "Hey, so can we talk to you about like what you said and like why this is not okay and why we want you to be able to express your thoughts on Israel without being physically threatening?" Your man decided to tape this whole conversation and live stream it,
And then put it out.
and I don't know if he put it out or someone else put it out. The version I saw was not, I believe, his anymore. But like he's literally talking ish to the camera, like as if like, look how dumb these people are. I'm not apologizing. I'm not backing off anything that I said. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's not going to play well.
So months later, you obviously have a lot of people who are up in arms about these protests, and all they're looking for, the people who want to shut down these protests, are a couple of idiots who are saying dangerous, vile things.
Oh, and then frame the whole thing and discredit the whole thing with this guy.
and invalidate the entire thing you're trying to do because there are like morons. You know what I mean? Like you'll see it, and it's easy for them to do because when you look at the pictures that come out of the protests, you'll see thousands of protesting kids chanting the right thing, and then you'll see one crazy person walking with a Hezbollah flag in the middle, and you're like, what? But this is the same thing that plagued every protest. This is literally happens to every protest. So hit Kaimani James with the button, who's now been banned from campus altogether, can't even participate in anything. And also hit me with the button because I support protesting. Young kids should be protesting a horrible, unjust, murdering war of innocent people. That is your job as young people to protest. But hit me with the button because the second I support young people, then I hear them talk. And I just remember, hit me with the button. Because, yes, I support you in theory, but when I hear you talk, my God, bro, every person I see interviewed, I'm like, how many of y'all just showed up because it was a big group of people?